This has to be an absolutely great sign for Sony this year, especially that the PlayStation 5 is very much leading the next-gen console war, that it's becoming more readily available, and that the sequel to one of the best-selling Sony exclusives of all time is the most anticipated game of 2023 across multiple outlets. It all just, I think, shows us that this game is going to be huge. I don't think it's any secret that I've very much talked about how much I love Marvel's Spider-Man and how that's one of my absolute favorite comic book games of all time. And then the fact that Miles Morales managed to fix some of the small issues I had with the first one to the point where Miles Morales is my absolute favorite comic book superhero video game of all time. Spider-Man 2, if it takes everything that people even complain about with Miles Morales and the original and fixes it, which more than likely it will because it's Insomniac, I have no doubt it's going to win tons of Game of the Year awards. So the fact that IGN was the first to publish their most anticipated games of the year according to them, and of course the fans voting, and Spider-Man was leading with over 40%, and then according to traction across many other websites and what people are searching for in volume, what people are putting on top of their lists, Marvel's Spider-Man is literally leading the charge over things like, well, for example, I'll use it because I'm excited for it as well. I don't know if it's going to be good or not because it's Bethesda, but Starfield is pretty impressive when you consider that Spider-Man will be on PlayStation 5 only. You're not getting this on last gen. You're not getting it on PC for at least 2 to 3 years. I mean, minimum, right? This is going to be a big console exclusive and a giant seller. And the fact that they haven't really shown anything and it's this high on people's lists, I think that right there is indicative of the trust people have in Insomniac, the trust in the brand, the anticipation, and of course the hype surrounding Spider-Man. I think we've seen that ever since No Way Home, everything Spider-Man has suddenly become cool again. Like everything Spider-Man is now being talked about. I'm seeing people talk about the comic books that haven't picked up comics in like 10, 15 years. They're picking up Spider-Man comic books. So I think there's honestly just so much goodwill on Spider-Man that it's not shocking that this is the most anticipated game of 2023 worldwide. And I just can't wait to see more about it. Can't wait to talk more about it. We're going to be covering it, pretty much extensively here because we're all excited about it. So stay tuned and let me know, how high is it on your guys' list? And, is there something you're more excited about? Personally, to me, this is number one because, look, I can't tell you how many times I've beat Miles Morales and the remaster now. I mean, whenever I go somewhere, I have them installed on my Steam Deck and I'm constantly playing them. I'm doing cardio at the gym, on the bike for an hour, I'm playing Spider-Man on my Steam Deck. Like, I love these games, so I can't wait.